All right, I mismeasured this armature. It's a little bit smaller than it should be. So I'll set this aside, hold it for another time for something else, but this ain't gonna work, so I'm gonna have to redo the armature. And this is taken from a 18-inch TruForm armature, and I made that figure a lot smaller, so I'll have to redo the sculpture, or the armature. All right, be right back when I get the armature to the point where that thing is. All right, I got the figure of the mountain man mounted. And I'm just trying to arrange his hands at the right level. All right, I've got the figure roughed in, I mean the armature made. And what I'm doing now is going to outline the width of the rib cage. And the length of the rib cage. All I'm doing right now, and all I got time to do, is to quickly rough in the upper torso. It's taken me about an hour to make this armature. Again, I have an instructional video, several of them, on how to make the armatures for humans, and I've got the link to those videos, or a review of those videos, so that you can pick out the ones you want if you're interested in sculpting and taking advantage of my over 50 years of sculpting. It's taken me quite a while to figure out how to do this stuff, and little shortcuts that are really handy when you're working on a sculpture, depending on what you want to do. Now, of course, I'm into Western stuff, but what I show can be used in anything, any genre that you wish to sculpt as far as humans go. My clay is not soft enough right now. It's a little harder to work with because of that. I worked out the proportions like I said, this was the original Mountain Man was made out of using a TruForm 18-inch human armature. And you can get those at Sculpture Depot and .net. And if you don't know your proportions and stuff, getting a armature that has all the proportions and even the bone structures already built into them makes it a lot easier. And you can still learn a lot by using a good armature. And I highly recommend using their armatures. Boy, it's hard to work with this clay when it's stiff. Now, the difference between a male and a female rib cage is the male is more rounded and the female is more of a triangle. So that's how you establish it. The ideal figure is 7.5 inches tall. A heroic figure would be probably 8 inches or 8 heads tall. And what I mean by heads is they measure the head length, and that's where you come up with all your proportions all the way down to the feet. I think this figure is going to work out a lot better than the other one did. I mean, it was a good figure, but I think it was just a little shy of what I like. And I'm glad I'm given this opportunity to try it all over again. Checking the width or depth of the rib cage, and I'm doing good there too. There's a great book if you're interested in history. There's a great book on Mountain Man, and you could really get some good insight into what kind of life they led. There's a journal that was kept by a guy who came out west in the 1830s, and he started trapping as a mountain man, and trapped until about the 1840s. And he kept a journal. It's a bit hard to read because they've taken his words and his sentence structure and everything exactly the way he wrote it, and he wasn't as well educated in journalism as some people could be. And but it's a fascinating journal of what he did daily. And one time he was with another mountain man in Yellowstone Park, which is what it is now, but it wasn't back then. And they were surrounded by Native Americans and were attacked. And he got an arrow lodged behind his knee, which means he had the arrow enter his back of his leg, right behind his knee. And he ended up walking several hundred miles to Fort Hall in Idaho, which wasn't Idaho at the time, but it is now. And there is a Fort Hall. He passed through Fort Hall on the way to Twin Falls, Idaho. And he got help there, but these guys were tough. They weren't weak. And you may wonder how they survived, but you know, if you got no other way of doing things, survival is just something you get used to doing every day. Kind of like being old. You got no choice but to get old, and you got no choice but to put up with certain things that happen to you when you get old. You just sort of have to deal with it. All right, everybody, that's going to have to do it for tonight. I just don't have time to do much more. And I'll pick this up tomorrow. I'm sorry I missed yesterday, but I had some stuff come up and I had to take care of it. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.